So Kaiju boys, Godzilla Kong the New Empire showed us new and terrifying titans, which alongside with the older ones already in the Monsterverse films, makes for an awesome roster of gigantic monsters. But the question now is, which are the most powerful of them all? So here in this video we will arrange a new lineup of the 10 most powerful titans of the Monsterverse movies as of 2024. So let's get to it. At number 10 we have the Queen Muto. So down here at the bottom of this list is the Queen Muto, the same one seen in King of the Monsters attacking buildings right after her awakening by Ghidorah. The reason we place her here at the top 10 is mainly due to the female Muto from the 2014 movie. That Muto gave Godzilla quite a fight even though it was a 2-on-1 matchup. The fact that the female Muto was able to put up for quite a while against a 2014 Godzilla and was able to ram him against a skyscraper was crazy. Many others like Scylla and the Iron Dragon were basically just paper tigers and were killed off easily. The female Muto was no doubt powerful in her own right, especially being an actual parasitic predatory species of the Gojiras. And thus, the Queen Muto from the movie KOTM would indeed be a step up from the regular female. Number 9. Rodan. The fire demon from King of the Monsters is here at the 9th spot mainly because the ones above him are the alphas, and he too was sort of an alpha-ish specimen until he bowed down to Ghidorah and then Godzilla consecutively in KOTM. Rodan was a massive titan and could easily beat any other flying titan in air combat, well except for Mothra and Ghidorah. This fire demon could create hurricane-like winds that also bring forth firestorms in their wake. I would say that he could easily burn the Warbats, the male Muto and the Iron Dragon in aerial combat. Number 8. Mothra. The Queen of the Monsters, although having that unofficial title in the Monsterverse, is low here in the top 10 rankings. It's not because we hate her or anything like that. In fact, we do love Mothra, but even the Moth will tell us to be upfront and honest. There are other titans that are stronger than her. Yes, she did beat Rodan and that's why she is a spot above him. And she has silk powers and balls of steel to stand up even against Monster Zero, but she is small and kind of frail in comparison to the other alphas. She isn't the Mothra Lear from the Toho movies. Now that version would have been higher in this list, although her immortality is something that no other titan has, and that's a 1-up. Number 7. Tiamut. This new addition to the Monsterverse movies was seen in the New Empire. She is the same titan that battled Godzilla in the comics Dominion and was able to have the upper hand in the ocean battle for quite a while. In GXK she had some minor modifications and upgrades to her design, with full legs and appearing more like the American version of Manda, but with sharp blade-like fins and a magenta aura as she was also absorbing a ton of solar radiation in her lair, up to a point where Godzilla had to recharge himself with nuclear radiation from a French power plant in order to be able to defeat this serpentine dragon titan. And that he did, but not without a tough fight. Number 6. The Scar King. Scar King is the main enemy of Godzilla Kong the New Empire, the 5th episode in the Monsterverse saga of movies. He was a vicious and tyrant-like ruler. He was some sort of a great ape with orangutan, chimpanzee-like features, and wielded absolute power over a tribe of other great apes. He was personally responsible for the death and killing of countless other titans, as was seen in the first ever teaser and then later in the movie. He was 97 meters or 318 feet tall and was fast for his size. He was agile and had a lifetime of combat experience, which made it look like he was some sort of a Shaolin of the titans. With his weapon, the Whip Slash, he was indeed one formidable alpha. Number 5. Kong. Our favorite great ape is here in the middle of the rankings. Yeah, it was seen that even with all his combat experience and monkey jumps, the enemy, Scar King, was still inferior to Kong. I might say that in an underwater fight similar to the GVK Tasman Sea battle against Godzilla, Kong might lose against a titan like Tiamut, but on equal grounds, like a lake or something, Tiamut might become a snack like the drowned viper. Anyway, Kong is 337 feet or 102 meters tall and armed with an axe and a power fist. That places him high here in the rankings. I apologize to the Kong fans, but Godzilla is no doubt more powerful than the big ape, and so is Shimu, so is Mechagodzilla and Ghidorah. But that doesn't make him any less of a beast, and with his weapons and intellect, he would give them more than what they can bargain for in battle. So yeah, Kong is in number 5. Number 4. King Ghidorah. He is the rival alpha to Godzilla in KOTM. Ghidorah was discovered by Monarch lying dormant inside an Antarctic glacier. Also dubbed as Monster Zero, He is a gigantic alien three-headed dragon from outer space and was intent on terraforming the Earth and remaking it into his own version of his world. Ghidorah was a very powerful titan that took the combined effort of Mothra and Godzilla in the ancient past to trap him in ice, although there are rumors that it was in fact Shimo that froze him, but that's still unclear. Anyway, in KOTM he was easily able to beat Rodan, to kill Mothra, to bend the other titans under his will, and even overpower Godzilla. He had the ability to fly, to create everlasting storms, to terraform a planet, to shoot out gravity beams, and to regenerate from any injury. It was only his total annihilation, the total destruction of every cell of Ghidorah by Godzilla's thermonuclear pulse, was he put to an end. Number 3. Mecha Godzilla. Built by Apex Cybernetics from the remains of King Ghidorah, and foolishly thought by humans to be under control, this consciousness of the gigantic Godzilla-sized robot with the mind of a titan schemed and faked its submission to human control until it was able to attain a power source that would power it indefinitely. From there on out, armed with titan-killing weaponry, it made its fight against Godzilla in Hong Kong. Mechagodzilla emerged as the superior combatant and was able to beat the atomic breath via its own proton scream beam. It was also able to nearly kill Kong and was only defeated with the combined effort of both Godzilla and Kong in the end. Number 2. Shimo. The ancient titan is indeed the biggest titan if we take its overall body size into consideration. At the top of its tallest crystal spike on its back, it would have measured around 150 meters or 500 feet, almost as tall as Ghidorah. Shimo could easily overpower Kong even when the ape was armed with the axe weapon, as was seen in GXK. The frostbite blast of Shimo was able to incapacitate Kong and was also able to freeze Godzilla for a while, but thanks to Godzilla's evolved thermoregulation, he was able to overcome it. The ancient titan was feared by all, including the pre-evolved form Godzilla that went on to evolve in order to deal with the threat, and by all the apes except the Scar King, who had a cheat code with a crystal remote control. And number 1. Evolved Godzilla. The king of the monsters is indeed on the number 1 spot. He is a super evolving creature that can adapt and overcome any circumstance. He is not just super strong with deadly powers, he can also take quite a beating and come back for more. He just keeps coming back. Godzilla has defeated all of his enemies in the Monsterverse, well except for Mechagodzilla, but in the new empire, his new evolved form would have surely been more than a robot titan can handle. This new evolved version, which was leaner, faster, with spikier scales than the previous form, also had a 20 times power capacity, and that means his atomic breath can easily vaporize Ghidorah and overpower the proton scream of Mechagodzilla, which was only barely more powerful than the blue beam. Additionally, evolved Godzilla and previous forms of Godzilla can also emit a thermonuclear pulse or some sort of a pulse, which is also really deadly as an area of effect attack. So that's what I think, the 10 most powerful titans of the Monsterverse movies. Now if you like this video, then watch this other one as well, and do check out our channel for other Monsterverse content. We might just have things you haven't seen before. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.